It's Thoughtful Thursday. Sexual harassment.
So, ever since RTX, which I know is not that long ago, I had the pleasure of running Cross-Level Farming, which is the production company behind Weird Girls. This includes so many awesome and talented ladies: Amanda Dawn, Kelly Nova, Chandler Baker, the Fearless Zombie, Danni Danger, who I have had a surprising amount of interaction with in the last couple weeks. We've been trying to get her to the Geekies. We got her funded. So super happy I could be part of that. But in some of these interactions, some things were good and some things were bad because people have good days and bad days. And Danny had sort of a bad situation that she posted about that I was really confused. She could have just walked away from it, but she actually chose to respond. We had a little bit of conversation on. But it was a case where she's at her day job as a bartender and she's having a nice conversation with a customer, and from seemingly out of nowhere, hey, I wasn't there. I got to take the facts as they're presented. The guy starts talking about her glasses and something about the guys like the librarian look. Not being there, I don't know what the tone was, but supposedly there were males on hand that were creeped out too. So it's not unexpected that something like this would happen, and it's understandable that she would feel that way. And it's understandable that she would feel the way she does because she felt sexually harassed, she felt uncomfortable, upset, angry. Have your choice of words at it. So that's what she posted about, and just given the original context, I didn't understand everything. I hit her back, she hit me back, and I created my own thread talking about the situation and just kind of stream of consciousness. I was citing all these things that were there and all the factors pertaining to it, and just looking at the problem because once upon a time somebody created a computer and asked it the ultimate question: what is the answer to life, the universe, and everything? The computer went into cycles for a few thousand years, came back, the answer was 42. The people who were alive then said, we don't think you understood the question. And Deep Thought said, I don't think you understood what you asked. As anything is a sum of its parts, you have to look at all the parts to understand what the actual situation is, what the problem is, and however we could possibly get to 42. So my post is more about being confused, and then that led into another discussion that I'm not going to talk about right now, or at least not this week, maybe next week. But the point is that it's a complicated issue, and all you can do is not be part of the problem. I even watched a video on sexism in the industry from VidCon. Lacey Green, Teresa Hirschberger, and Emily from some Vlog Brothers production. I apologize, I can't remember your last name. And there were a few other people there as well to help speak. But they're all people that are probably more victims, so their role is to spread acknowledgement that there is this problem, that they had this problem, and that they see other people have this problem, and they see how their communities deal with it. The room, being part of that community, was probably already on their side. There's probably very few people that were in that room that weren't already on their side. Honestly, anybody who clicked on the video was probably already with them. It's the people who don't want to watch those things, that don't believe in the message, that they're not going to listen to. Those are the people who are actually going to solve it, but they're not going to be motivated to solve it themselves unless they're encouraged or motivated one way or the other by us. And that's where the trick is how do you reach those people and make them understand what they're doing. And short of taking them and putting them in a room for a few days and putting them through some cycles of experience, I don't know what else we can do. I'm just a Skinner man like that. So, do your best not to be a dick today, in the future, as best you can. Do your best not to make people feel uncomfortable. It doesn't matter if the target's male, female, or other. There's this weird thing in the cosplay industry where entertainers are being objectified, and YouTubers are regular people just like us, but they get objectified just like celebrities do because celebrities submit themselves to those roles as actors and performers to be objectified, and they get paid well for it as a piece of entertainment. YouTube especially is this weird gray area. Not only are people more independent and slightly more vulnerable, but hell, they're actual people like you and me. Treat them like people. So Do your best. Nobody's perfect. Everyone's going to make mistakes. But if you make a mistake, acknowledge it, move on. Gain a little bit of experience and get better. Yeah, there's no solution that's going to be reached in this video. And probably you watching this is not going to be part of the solution, at least not directly. But the more we talk about it, the more it becomes a thing, and the more the bras pay attention to the thing, I guess. I'm Kamurai, and that's a thought I thunk this Thursday.
If you want to see anything else we're up to, go ahead and click the annotations, and they'll take you to our other channels.